The Utah Jazz are the biggest surprise of this entire NBA season. A team trying to rebuild traded away their 2 stars, but now finds themselves as the 6th seed halfway through the regular season. So how'd they do it? 2 leading names, Lauri Markkanen and Jordan Clarkson. What's up, everybody? You're tuned in once again to Mad Hoops, bringing you the hottest NBA content on YouTube. Let's get right into it. When Utah traded Donovan Mitchell to Cleveland, Lauri Markkanen was not the focal piece of the trade. He was a nice addition, but the spotlight was on the 3 unprotected first-round picks plus 2 swaps. The young players sent back in Lauri, Colin Sexton, and rookie Ochai Agbaji were meant to be interesting pieces that maybe they'd want to keep long-term. But now here we sit. The Finnish forward has exploded into the All-Star game conversation. Last year, Lauri averaged just under 15 points a game at 14.8. This year, dude is averaging just under 25 with 24.8 PPG. He's also averaging almost 9 boards and shooting a ridiculous 52% from the field and 42% from deep. Markkanen has developed a near-perfect inside-outside game. He will shoot the lights out from 3 while weaving in pump fakes to get the defender jumping, leading to easy drives to the bucket or stopping for some mid-range play. His time in both Chicago and Cleveland can be attributed to slowly building this foundation. With the Bulls early on, he found himself as the 2nd scoring option to Zach LaVine. He had a perimeter game back then, but still found frequent drives to the hoop. Eventually, replacement coach Jim Boylan slowly pushed him out of meaningful play, but the experience was still gained. Then, once he's with the Cavs, he's run as a big man small forward hybrid due to Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen. This experience had him switch gears. He needed to focus on stretching the floor for the other 2 bigs on the floor and sharpening his shooting abilities. He wasn't the first or second option in Cleveland, but it was another crucial step in being ready for a moment like Utah. Now, Lauri runs the show.
Inside with the rebound. Markkanen. Odama comes up short on the 3. Markkanen, another.
He has an offense built around his abilities thanks to rookie head coach Will Hardy. Hardy was ready to try his own approach to offense after coming off an assistant coaching gig with Boston. He watched Lauri shine in the Eurobasket tournament in the offseason and knew he had his guy.
Looking to go coast to coast. 3-point shot. Oh my word!
During the 2022 Eurobasket tournament, Markkanen took the Finland team on an unexpected and exciting run. Averaging 28 points, the Finnish team would finish 7th after losing in the quarterfinals to the eventual champions, Spain. But it showed the possibilities of what a Lauri-led team could look like, and Hardy knew it was good. Before we move on from Lauri, it's worth noting this important distinction about his game as well. Back in Chicago, his D was anything but a strong suit. He would often get either beat on the cut or not be able to handle the physicality inside the paint. But fast forward to now, and you've seen him make improvements on that end as well. Markkanen will probably never be an interior enforcer or any sort of anchor you can rest on. However, you can see this year he's really focused on his strength and is much more physical all around. Part of his defensive improvement can also be associated with his time in Cleveland as well. Moving to the small forward spot meant he had to adapt to guarding much faster players than he normally did. It was also much more perimeter play he had to track. Again, he's not going to jump off the page with defensive numbers, but it's nice to see that improvement come along as well. So we got Markkanen running the show at the forward position. Let's look at his wingman in the backcourt.
3 short, rebound Clarkson, put it up, had another look, put it up again, got it!
Jordan Clarkson. The 30-year-old nicknamed Flamethrower has been absolutely torching the league this year behind Lauri. Clarkson is averaging a career high at 21 points a game, along with career highs in rebounds, field goal attempts, 2-point percentage, and free throw attempts.
Running to Clarkson from Gay. 3-ball corner. Gotta hurry, down to 5, down to 4. Clarkson off the wing, 3-ball.
Basically, Jordan's having the time of his life. The shooting guard has had this kind of volume at his disposal his entire career. It's his 9th year in the league, and the man has never averaged less than 10 field goal attempts a game. It was just a matter of finding a home in a cohesive team that had the right connective pieces around him. Starting his career with the Lakers in those final years of Kobe, and then getting shipped to the final years of LeBron in Cleveland, Clarkson was always with the huge names that took more of the spotlight. But not this year. Jordan is 2nd in points per game and 1st in shots attempted at 16.7. His offensive defensive expertise allows the Jazz to know who to find if the team needs a last-second shot creation. His acrobatic finishes around the rim, catch-and-shoot long-range game, and his fighter mentality, Clarkson is not the spark plug off the bench guy anymore. He's the flamethrower that you let loose right at the jump. So basically, what we're saying is Utah has a lot of offense. This Jordan Clarkson Lauri Markkanen duo is lighting up the league for a combined 45 points a game. The pair has led the Jazz to the third best offense in the league, and this needs reiterating. This team was supposed to lose. Danny Ainge was done with the Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert era and decided now was the time to blow it up. Successful regular seasons mean nothing to someone like Ainge if it's always followed by a playoff collapse. So they got their picks, they got their players. When all was said and done with sending the two off, they finished with 7 first-round draft picks, 3 pick swaps, Lauri Markkanen, Colin Sexton, Malik Beasley, Jared Vanderbilt, Walker Kessler, and Ochai Agbaji. They also got Leandro Bolmaro to send down in the G League and Patrick Beverley to trade with the Lakers for more youth. Can you believe that? 10 pieces of draft capital and 8 players, not to mention the addition of all additions coming from Detroit. Kelly Olynyk. When you lay out the full trade tree, you can start to understand why maybe this team actually did have the pieces to compete all along. No one could have predicted the blow-up of Lauri Markkanen or how hot Clarkson could get for a season. But around them are all incredibly solid NBA players. Seriously, where's the weak link? If you want all-around scoring, you go to Lowry and Jordan. Shooting? No problem. We got Malik Beasley launching almost 9 threes a game at 36%. If you want veteran leadership, you look no further than Mike Conley, Rudy Gay, and Kelly Olynyk. Defense? Okay, well maybe their youth shows because they are currently 26th in the league in that category. However, they have the keys to the future defense in safe hands. Rookie center Walker Kessler has all the tools to become a juggernaut defensive unit. The 7'1", 245-pound big man came out of Auburn averaging 4.6 blocks a game. He also had an efficient 11 points a game, but you knew when you drafted him it was for the other end of the ball. But instead of the Timberwolves keeping the 21-year-old who is now averaging 2 blocks a game, they sent him off for 30-year-old Gobert averaging 1.3. If you have dared to watch a Minnesota game this year, then you know all about how bad of a trade this was. Kessler is the perfect complement to Lauri Markkanen and Jordan Clarkson's game. Lowry is best when he's allowed to be a big forward, darting all over the court on offense. Walker lets him do that and helps cover up his defensive mistakes for him as well. And then for someone like Clarkson, this is old news. He was here with Rudy, so he knows that when his opponents blow by him, they're just getting funneled down to an elite big man to swat them away. With these building blocks, the Jazz truly has the best of both worlds. They have inspired young pieces while also keeping a core of vets to lead them into playoff contention. Sure, the Wemby sweepstakes for them are long gone, but something that can get severely underestimated in rebuilds is giving the young guys experience, meaningful basketball with packed arenas. By the looks of it, Markkanen is about to get that as none other than the leader of his own team, with a flamethrower shooting guard ready at the hip. Peace.